What is a limiting belief? It's a belief that limits you. Point blank. That's what it is. See, ding ding. That was a notification. That was also confirmation. It's a belief that limits you. Okay, let's dive deeper. What limiting belief could be stopping you from living the life that you desire? The number one that comes up with the collective is feeling like you're not worthy to have it or feeling like it'll never happen for you. Well, feeling any of those things that it's not available for you or you got to work hard to achieve it, I'm going to hold your hand, baby, and let you know that's a fucking lie. Okay? You've been lied to, you've been manipulated just so you can sit in the not having enough frequency. Because the not having enough frequency or the never happen frequency is a lack frequency. And if the system, the programmers, the overlords can keep you in that lack frequency, that fuels their shenanigans, okay? Their fuckery that's going on. It fuels that. So let's make a decision right now that you ain't gonna do this shit no more. Stop it. Why give away anything that you're supposed to have? It's already yours. So why give it away to somebody else who's just gonna mess it up anyway? So these limiting beliefs are lies that you have bought into. So it's now time to return to sender, cut that cord, and get rid of that shit because it's not serving you. Your ultimate goal is to live your desired life. Don't believe that shit to say you can't because that's a limiting belief. If you desire it, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little secret. Come closer. If you desire it, baby, you already living it on a different timeline. You just got to move your ass from this timeline to that timeline where you living it. Sounds simple. It's because it is. Once you start moving those lies, the manipulation, all that bullshit that been filling your head, once you get rid of all that shit, you find out you can do and be whatever it is that you desire because you already doing it, baby. So, how? I heard you ask me that. How, Miss Nikki? How am I going to jump a timeline? Okay. If you want to go dig deeper into your personal situation, go to my link in my bio, schedule a one-on-one, and let's crack this code because you're already living it. So let's walk our ass over to the timeline that you're living it. Okay? But let me give you the easy version because this is a large collective. Those of you who are connected to me, you sick of the bullshit. You sick of, sick of tired of being sick and tired. If you know that phrase, you in the right spot. Being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Trying to figure out that this life that you live in, it got to be more. And I'm here to tell you it is. And because you asked that question, that's why you're here. That's why you found this video. It is more out there. You're now clicked. That light bulb, boop, just got switched on. Now that the light bulb has been switched on, the path is now illuminating. So as you're going on the path, what is keeping you on this timeline and keeping you away from that timeline? Limiting beliefs. So here's where you start. You start and just ask the question. See, do you believe when you ask God, universe, spirit, your higher self, or whatever you call the higher knowledge, the creator that guides you, ask the question, what is keeping me stuck in this position? Because I'm here to tell you, baby, you're not stuck. It's the truth that you know that will set you free. You just don't know the truth That's why you're not set free from this timeline of lack. So when you ask the question, be quiet. You might get an answer quickly, or you might get an answer because you're watching TV or you listen to some music and you hear a message. Be open to get your message, your answer from anywhere. That's the first thing. You know, the scriptures say, and I'm going to tell you, the Bible's about 85% accurate, but that 15% of that sprinkle of manipulation is called, and it's done on purpose, to have you spinning. But ask, believe, and receive. But the way I switch it around, because if you don't even believe that you can ask, you won't ask. And a lot of people will not even ask because they don't believe they're going to get an answer. Believe that you're going to get an answer because you are. You've gotten answers, but you got on the wrong glasses to see. Picture this. You're in a video game. Say you got on the VR glasses or what have you. And the old glasses that you had, the Matrix, the ones that the Matrix, the programmers, the overlords gave you, them suckers are dark. They got blinders on it. It keeps you only focused on what they want you to focus on. So when that light bulb, that light switch went on and you start asking questions, guess what happened? You changed your glasses. See, now the new glasses are, picture those smart glasses that's all over TikTok, where you can listen to music, talk on a telephone, you know, you can hear things behind it. And then they have some of them that change lenses, right? So you switched out them old jacked up blinder glasses to these new glasses that now you can see through the bullshit, okay? And you get to see through them lies and their manipulation, and the truth jumps right out in your face. So now you got these glasses on, but here's the thing, these glasses, you can hear as well. So now that you got these new glasses on, and you ask your question about what is keeping me here, and I say source, God source, or spirit. You may see me interchange those. But source will tell you. Now, don't be mad now, because it might be something that you did, you messed up, or it hurt you so bad you don't even want to think about it. But here's the thing. Whatever energy that you have and you're holding on to, whether it's how you think, a pain, a hurt, if you holding on to that energy, law of attraction, you're going to get more of the same. So source brings it up so it can get out. Let's say that again. Source will bring it up so you can acknowledge it, see what it was teaching you, and get it out. Release the person, the places, and the things. Excuse me. Release the person, the place, and the things that was attached. Look at what it is show you, how strong you are, where you need to put boundary, where you had some weaknesses in your boundaries, to strengthen that up, to tighten that up, to stand up for yourself, to speak and use your voice. Or sometimes keep your mouth closed because it should get you in trouble. Don't react off of anger. These things can lead you down a path that you don't want to be on. But also suppressing them will lead your ass on a path that you don't want to be on. So here's this. If it comes up, say, okay, source, God, universe, spirit, higher power, creator, wants me to deal with this right now. So source wants me to deal with this because it's trying to help me release it. So it doesn't bother me anymore. So it doesn't hold me back anymore. So it doesn't keep me in this bullshit that I don't want to be in. It's actually helping me so I can get to the timeline that I want to be on. You feeling me? Okay. So that's where the first thing right there is getting rid of these limiting beliefs. You want to know why you're worthy to have whatever it is that you desire? Because you're here. You born, you made it. See, you are made up of soul, source, and this body. Trinity. Soul, source, and this body. Soul and source had a conversation before it ever entered this body that the soul chose. Okay? You chose this body. You chose the people that you were born to. You chose that family. Let me hold your hand, baby. You chose that family. You chose that parent. But here's the reason why. Your whole contract of you being down here, one, you're worthy because not every soul can come here. Earth is a dense planet. Earth is a school. It's not ghetto. It's not a jail, so don't believe none of that bullshit. This is more of a higher education because those that come down here and experience the polarity of the high vibration and the low vibration and learning how to navigate, because there's some planets that are low vibration, and those that are the beings that are there don't know how to navigate to transform their planet frequency. See, that's what Earth is. When enough people understand what's going on, what's been going on, and what's about to go on, the frequency of the planet shifts and it changes. The more people that wake up, that start to heal and release all those lies and manipulation, you not only change yourself and your situation, you change the planet. So this is why, now you understand why you go through a spiritual journey, why you go through a healing journey, is to release those frequencies that have been attached to you by the foolery and the fuckery of the high, I didn't mean to say high, of the overlords that are in the matrix, okay? The programming, all that stuff that you have been programmed, you're deprogramming it. When you heal, you deprogram. You release and you kick it out. That changes the frequency of the planet as you're changing the frequency of yourself in your life. So that should be the number one reason. I mean, if you're like, well, all I care about is the planet. Well, the best way to help the planet is to help yourself. There was this saying that I heard many years ago. The best way to help the poor is to not be one. Think about that. The best way to help the poor is to not be one. How can you help anybody standing next to them experiencing the exact same thing? No, what you do is you take the pathway to get out, so then you can turn around and show everybody else who's there how to get out. Feel me? Okay. So taking care of your limiting beliefs, that's about money. What most people talk about money. And yeah, you need money around here to live on this planet. We all know this. But there's a programming that's out there to make people think money is evil. They even try to twist the scripture, money is the root of all evil. That's bullshit. That's to keep you away from it. It's to keep you from not wanting it because innately you don't want to be looked at or even be evil. So the manipulation is for you to think money is evil, so to keep you in lack. But I want to tell you, money is not evil. Mimi is not evil. It's not called money. Me and Mimi got a good relationship and Mimi, let me. Everything has a consciousness. Mimi, money, has a consciousness. Understand? And so when you and also Mimi is feminine. Yes, money is a feminine consciousness. So when you have a relationship with money, and when you're understanding how she operates and how much fun that she enjoys having, she'll bring more into your life. And so, heal your relationship with money. Heal your relationship, because I used to. It was a joke when I was a kid. My mom would say, "Is it my mom or my mom or my dad?" One of them would say, "Money don't grow on trees." I say, "How you figure? Ain't money paper?" They like, "Get out." I'm like, "For real? Come on now. Money is paper and ink. There's some natural stuff in there too. Don't that grow?" Oh, okay. I'm just saying, I debunked whatever it was they was trying to say. But I didn't buy into that. I just have you're abundant. You were born abundant. I had a natural connection to abundance. And it wasn't, what's the other programming that people with money are stuck up and they passionate? No, it's not. Why are you Why are you buying into that bullshit? Listen logically. If you want to be logical, listen logically. The creator, source, God, universe, created everything that's here. Also, source is within you. So, if the source in you created everything, why wouldn't the source in you want to experience everything that it created? Come on now. 2 and 2 got to equal 4. Come on, let's do some math here. Why would source create such beautiful things and experiences that they don't want you to experience? That doesn't make sense. And I'm not going to make it make sense because it don't. It don't make no freaking sense. So, you were born abundant because source is with you and source is abundance. You were born love because source is within you and source is love. Source is the highest vibration. And partnered with your soul to create whatever life you desire. And if that stings you when I say whatever life you desire, there's a limiting belief right there. You feel like you can't have that. So that's the first place you start. Anything that I have said in this video that has stung you or you feel a little resistant, that's where you start. You start right there. And once you find out, why am I resisting this? What is it? Fear. False evidence appearing real. The shit is fake. There's no reason for you to be afraid. None. No reason whatsoever. Because source is with you. And in your experiences, see, these are the things that, here go part of the program. A lot of stuff that is scaring the shit out of you for you to do is exactly what you should be doing. If it scares you to push play and just tell your story, that's what you're supposed to be doing. If it scares you to show your art, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's your connection to your abundance, to let that flow. Your creativity is your abundance, and all of us have creativity. So don't talk negative to yourself, because that's also a programming. You can program yourself. And when you say, I can't, I don't, this never happens to me, all of those are lack words. And guess what? You're going to get more of the same. So sometimes, don't say nothing at all. Life and death lies in the tongue. You speak either growth and abundance and expansion, or you speak destruction, lack, and misery. The choice is yours. Love, the choice is yours. So for more practical ways of living your spiritual life and being able to Write out whatever it is that you want to experience, how to feel it, and to be enjoyed. Don't let nobody tell you that you're going to always be healing. I heard that shit, and the first thing that popped in my mind was, well, what the fuck I need to heal for? If I'm always still going to be in pain. You are, now here, let me explain what I'm saying. When things come up that you need to heal, when you release it, you will never feel that again. So as you keep coming up, those same fucking situations, if they keep coming up, you ain't let it go. And you got to go through the process again. But as things are coming up, they should be different. As you're cleaning out that red door, as you pulling out all that bullshit and getting it out of you, it should be different. But if it's the same thing, you ain't let it go. You got to go deeper. It may be a connection to something else. You got to go deeper. To my gardeners, if you're taking the weeds out of your garden, right? If you only clip it, what's going to happen? It's going to grow back, right? You got to dig up that damn root, pull it out. Where there's no remnants of it left, it can't come back. Same thing with healing. If you dig up the root, where the hell did that shit start? Debunk it with the truth. Release those people that was connected to it. Release them onto their own little path so they can figure their own shit out. Say that they have no more power over you. Their lies and their manipulation don't control you anymore. Let them go and continue on your path. When you know better, you do better. Let me say that again. Let me get close. When you know better, you do better. So, these are the wisdoms and the teaching that I learned on my journey to get me to where I am. And it's taking me where I'm going. I am so excited about where I'm going. I'm excited to share with you the tips and tricks that I've done. They're not really tricks. They're the truth. Source guided me and told me exactly what I needed to do. So I'm relaying the message to you. Get rid of that shit that don't belong to you. Have the mentality. Change your perspective. Because when you change your perspective, you change your life. When you think about things differently, you're going to get different results. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? That's crazy as fuck. I'm sorry to say it that way. That's crazy. But if you want a different result, you got to do different things, baby. If you want things to change, you got to think different. Change your perspective. You change your reality. I got you. Go to my link in my bio. Click the one-on-one session. And let's get deep down and get rid of that shit. Get rid of all the limiting beliefs and all of that. So you can start jumping timelines, quantum leaping, and be the person that you are authentically supposed to be. Living the life that you're supposed to live. I'll see you.